Change could be a difficult pill to swallow for us car fans sometimes. For as much innovation as we demand, there's a lot of things that we want to keep the same. And we don't get as frazzled when it comes to a refreshed look, but when it comes to engines, things get a little tense. For 2017, Porsche swaps out the flat 6 out of its Boxster and Cayman and replaces it with a turbocharged 4-cylinder power plant. Is this change for the better? There's only one way to find out.
The 2017 Porsche 718 Boxster is now powered by a turbocharged flat 4-cylinder engine with a displacement of 2 liters, giving the car 300 horsepower or 2.5 liters for the Boxster S, which churns up 350 horsepower and 309 pound-feet of torque. These engines can be married with a 6-speed manual gearbox or Porsche's PDK 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. For those wondering what the new 718 badge signifies, it's Porsche's way of paying homage to the race cars of the 1950s and 60s that also housed 4-banger engines. This is proudly tagged on a body that has been resculpted for a wider, beefier appearance. As you would expect from Porsche, much of this has to do with the packaging of the inner workings. For instance, the larger cooling air intakes are subtle nods to the turbocharged power plant hidden within. The Roadster gets a new set of independently styled fenders and side skirts, and a redesigned rear emphasizes width overall. This sports a new set of taillights, while the front gets fitted with Porsche distinct 4-point running lights. Inside, the layout of the Boxster is notably sleek and functional, with a driver-focused cabin that has everything placed where it's expected to be. Running down the middle is a cascading panel of controls, starting at the 7-inch color touchscreen, flowing down to the armrest where media, air conditioning, and other controls will be found. With the combo of the Sport Chrono package and the PDK transmission, the steering wheel gains the Sport Response button, which is like an afterburner for your car. When pressed, the engine and transmission are primed for maximum responsiveness, delivering maximum power as quick as it can for 20 seconds, rocketing you forward faster than you can say Doppelkopplingsgetriebe. Yeah, that definitely took a couple tries. For all lamenting the traditional flat 6 engine that's been replaced with a turbocharged 4-pot, the numbers don't lie. You get more with less. With 350 HP on tap, the 2.5 liter has 34 more horses in play than the engine it replaces. The shift nets the car a bit more performance, but the Boxster S's 24 mpg combined fuel economy remains the same as what the 2016 offered. More power for the same cost is nice, but a touch more mileage for your buck, even on the number sheet, would go a long way to cement the engine downside. Off the line, the lag everyone so fears does indeed exist, but only if you're looking for it. In fact, the focus will quickly shift elsewhere, particularly in the manual version of the car. That's because the first gear is somewhat of a guessing game. The buttery clutch is almost too smooth for its own good, reducing the feedback and making the search for the biting point like trying to find a staircase step in the dark. You might manage to feel it and progress normally, but misjudge it and the result is an ungraceful stumble forward. Nail it, however, and the Boxster S can get up and running from 0 to 60 in a hurry. Porsche says it can get there in 4 seconds flat with the PDK equipped, with the manual likely a half a second slower. Using both back to back, I got the sense after a while that the car was designed with the dual clutch primarily in mind, with the manual just being thrown in to satisfy folks who like to row their own gears. Austin provided one particularly windy stretch of road that seemed to be perfectly designed to test out the Boxster's capabilities, with enough bends and hairpins to keep it occupied. Through here, all the work to make the Boxster taut and controllable through bends became evident. In tighter turns, the torque vectoring pulled the car into a tighter radius, and the brakes halted the Roadster with immediacy. Porsche's stability management has even been tweaked to be more hands-off, but still there when you need it. Now it lets the driver achieve larger yaw angles and more wheel spin before it finally jumps in to say, okay, I'll take it from here, hotshot. For all the changes that have gone into the revised Roadster, the 718 Boxster's changes aren't that dramatic, yet they are all for the better. Every tweak is an incremental improvement towards the promise that Porsche has made to deliver a sporty cabriole befitting its badge. Those uncomfortable with change need not fear the Boxster's transplant either, as it delivers more without much compromise.